Yeah, welcome to the Benin Empire Advancement League, the home of all the Benins. Today, we are going to continue where we stopped yesterday, because yesterday we stopped, or I stopped due to some circumstances, due to some informations that we are lacking yesterday. And today we have more information to support our argument, not just argument to support uh, the Oba of Benin, the custodian of the Benin culture, the Benin history, the Benin heritage, and the custodian of the Benin people. Somebody who is responsible for all the Benins, home and away. Yes, uh, as you all know, people have been saying so many things that really is beyond our imagination. What is going on today in Benin, the news that is coming out, and others, is a disgrace to any Edo person to be challenging the other. Uh, yes, just as I'm sorry, I have to do this because the heat here is enormous, although there's a condition here, but beside us, the fresh air that is coming in just too much, and there's too little to. Yeah, very soon we'll be changing also this office. We'll be getting a compatible office for the Benin Empire Advancement League. As you can see, we have our office here. We have the studio here, and then we also have work sleeping office here where we can walk and chat with people with different time zone at any time. Yes, let's go back to where we stopped yesterday uh, with EMOWWA. Now we know that EMOWWA is a complete scan. You know, the governor of Edo State, Obaseki, uh, is trying to scan the Benin people in the sense that, everything that is happening today is planned long ago. It's not a coincidence. Uh, the information we are getting is that Obaseki borrowed this money long ago, or got this money from the British Museum and some sponsors who is sponsoring him long ago. And this money has been used for other projects. Now Obaseki cannot go to these people and tell them the project he took this money from has failed, that he cannot deliver. Obaseki is now in a dilemma. I mean, Governor Obaseki's Excellency, let me give him that respect again, uh, is now in a dilemma. I think what I'm hearing or the information I'm getting that it's up to about £4 million that the Obaseki collected from these people. And now, please, before we continue, this is just a rumor. It's not confirmed. Now it's difficult for Obaseki to step back because he has to prepay this money back, and this money is no longer available. That is why it's very, very difficult for Obaseki to step back from this project, the EMOWWA project, which has no connection to the Benin people, to the IGODOMIGODO, to Paidu, to UBINI, to the Edo people. There's no connection. We doesn't have any connection with that project. Yes, everything that is going on today is not a coincidence. It's not just happening like that. You know, in history, or history always repeats himself. Sometimes we turn the opposite side, you know? And this is the way it's going to turn. It's going to turn upside down this time around. This time around, the Bini are not divided, or the Edos, they are not divided. They are standing firm with our Oba. We are standing with our Oba. No matter the decision he has taken, we are ready to go that length with him. Although Obaseki is saying he doesn't have any issue with the palace, but we are not babies, we are not children. We know exactly what is going on there. So someone cannot just come and start disobeying or cannot prove his loyalty to our own father. And then we just close our eyes and say, oh, nothing is really happening. There's the big thing that is happening. We have to respond. The Benis, they are those, we have to respond. Although so many of our brothers has been responding with international press conference, with broadcasting and others, and writing letters and others, I would like to say this. The Obaseki press conference a few days ago was not just ordinary press conference. If you look at what transpired before that very day and then after that very day, today, the 24th of July, make it, I think, 108 years now that the Benin returned back to their monarchical pattern system of governance. Although we doesn't have that as a government, but we all know the role, our traditions, and the traditional rulers, and the head of the traditional rulers is playing now day in, our day out. How do we come to that stage? When our great Oba Ovurame Nogbesi, was moved from Benin to Calabar, the throne of the Benin was empty. Although our Oba was ruling from Calabar, but not that efficient as it's supposed to be. Before then, so many things transpired. There was, before the British invaded Benin, there was so many things that went wrong. There were so many people who went against our empire. One of them was the great-grandfather of Obaseki, this governor, present governor, and yes, with other Benin chiefs who were so greedy, power hungry, and so many other things. And with their help, they were able to transfer all our military forces outside the Benin city capital. They were transferred to so many places because when you are preparing for war or preparing for attack, the Benin never let their military outside Benin city not to defend the capital. I think with the help of some chiefs, the whole military forces were dispatched to so many areas, irrelevant areas, because that's what the tactic, so that the British could get upper hand over the Benin. And this is exactly what happened. Although we fight the hell out of the British, but due to their weapons and ammunitions, they were able to overwhelm us. They were able to deal with us in a way that so many people lost their lives. Some of our women were raped, and so many other things happened. And at the same time, it was also due to some greediness of our neighbors who believe they are doing the British a heavy favor by taking down the Benin Empire. But that was the opposite side. The Benin Empire was the last standing empire in the whole of the region. When the Benin Empire fell, the whole of the West Africa region fell also. So we were the last standing empire and the last backbone of the whole of that West Africa. With the help of our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, they were able to to maneuver their way into Benin City, to the palace, burn down Benin, killing children, women, and others. All the whole properties, everything that was found in the palace that very day was taken. Everything that is worth was taken away. Those that remained were burned down, and there was nothing remaining. The British tried their very, very best effort to make sure they erased the Benin totally from the world map, but they didn't succeed. They couldn't succeed because we were seeds. When you throw out a seed, when you throw out a seed, you will think everything is over. But once the rain fall, you will see the seed regenerating, growing and growing and growing. And this is what happened exactly. This is how everything happens. And this is how the Benin, with the help of Oba, one of our Oba, who pick up this, see this as a task for him to bring back the glory of the Benin Empire. And this is how the kingship resurrected again, started again. With the help of our people who come together with full support, today we can still celebrate our Omonoba, Nedu, Kwakwalokbolo, Oba Hewari, who has seen it as a task to bring back our past glory, all our artifacts, all our properties that was looted and divided by the world leaders that time, to bring them back to Benin. Build a museum called the Benin Royal Museum to house all those artifacts, everything that was looted that period. But now the problem is just one of our son, because I can still call it our son, Governor Obaseki, find it so difficult to accept that. And we have been wondering, why is it so difficult for this person to accept? Because it's not a defeat. Even the Royal Museum, as it was told, that was not even planned by this President Obasan, his own father, Oba Erediawa of blessed memory. Things started before then, and everybody agreed to this stance that the Benin Royal Museum is the solution. This is what we are going to follow. And now Obaseki is coming up with his own idea without even informing the palace, without even a plan. And now it's not just only the Benin Royal Museum that is the issue. The Ogbe Ezoti area, this is a holy land, belongs to the palace, belongs to the Benin, belongs to the Edos. Now, Obaseki is laying claim on this area where he wants to develop, according to the news we are getting. We can now understand Obaseki is fighting our Omonoba, not just in one front. He is fighting the Omonoba in so many fronts. We should understand, before the government of Nigeria came, before the government of Edo State came to existence, or even West Africa came to existence, Africa came to existence, the Benin's, we were already here. The Benin Empire was already existing. Nigeria was built upon the Benin Empire. Without the Benin Empire, Nigeria could have not been able to stand today. We are not even able to get its independence. That's why crying day in or day out to why are we so relegated? And I understand when we have people like Obaseki, who will, by all means, to ensure that we are being erased from the world map, that our language will not be speaking in the schools or anywhere, now want to replace us with West Africa, we shouldn't be wondering. When one of our sons came and said he wants to be the president, I think he couldn't get any support from the South, not even from our people. But when the election is over, after a year, we start crying, this and that, they are not doing anything, they are not doing that. Most of us forgot what we did during the primary, during the nomination, how you people shared money, how you sold your vote out for some cobbles or some nairas. We have to start asking our question. Are we doing the right thing? In the case of Obaseki, he has been fighting the Benin's in all fronts, even the key positions in Edo government. There's no single Edo person. Even the museum that is now planned, this EMOWAA, doesn't even have a single office in Benin City. What we now understand that the office is in Lagos, and the director of that office is an Igbo man. I doesn't have any problem with Igbo, but one thing you should understand: go to Igbo land and even look for a street that is named after a Benin person. I think it's going to be difficult. Not to even talk of picking somebody to rule over something he doesn't even know about, doesn't know how everything come about. I'm not saying this because it's an Igbo, because this is what we have been experiencing during Obaseki. I will not call him a regime, because he's acting like a regime, because we doesn't have commissioners, we doesn't have even secretaries that are supposed to be taking care of the government. We doesn't even have them. It's like we are under the dictatorship in Benin City. And we are not going to be accepting this, because we are supposed to be under democracy. And now, you took loan from the British Museum, from the British people, who has been suppressing us for a long time, who was responsible for the destruction of the Benin Empire. Not just only that, who was responsible for sharing all these artifacts that was looted in our country, who has been making billions of pounds yearly from our artifacts. Now, these are the people you are calling. People who are refusing even to return our artifacts. These are the people you are not borrowing money from, taking money from to develop a museum. You borrowed this money, or you took this money from them. Why you are not owing one single artifact that you are going to put in that museum? That's why I'm calling it the scan. You scan these people of this money, you have to return this money back. Because people need to start understanding the way Obaseki is thinking. People think you are a strategist. I don't think so. Because people who think strategically always understand. They will understand the outcome in the future. The algorithm will show you this is what is the result is going to come out. But it's like you don't really understand what people talk about you. That you are a strategist, you are a good this and that. I'm not saying this, you. Because if you should understand, if you are really a good strategist, you will understand that the Edo people, is not going to take it lightly with you, even though you have your collaborators and others, people who is giving you this stupid advice. The Benin people are not going to take it lightly with you. And it may be even before the tenure end that you are going to resign before then, because I believe this is where you are working towards. There are so many adult sons and daughters that can do this job. It's just like lack of trust and bribery, corruption, and others that is leading to this area. We don't care who is really ruling Edo State. As far as you are giving the respect to our traditional rulers who gave us our identities, who is the keeper of our history, our identities, and everything that we are known for. If you cannot respect our ancestors, that means you are a total failure. It's just a pity. Excuse me, I have to take a little. Yeah, it's a pity that you doesn't really understand where you are diving into now, because you think you are diving into an ocean, but in this ocean there are so many rocks in this ocean, and once you dive in, you might not be able to come out safely because there are so many dangers where you are diving into. And I want to use these opportunities to thank our brothers and sisters who have been coming out vocally to talk about this issue without holding back. Because in this issue, we doesn't need to hold back. We need to say it as it is. Obaseki is a disgrace to the Edo people, and we need to get rid of him out of that power because he's too hungry of the power. People might see me as an enemy. I'm not his enemy, but the truth needs to be told. And actually, we have to get rid of Obaseki, Oshomole, and his people. Because at the beginning, this is how everything started. Actually, Oshomole was the person who presented Obaseki. Even after several warnings from our traditional rulers that this person you are bringing is going to cause commotion in our state. But you went on and brought this person to us. Maneuver all your ways to power. And now we can see what both of you did to our people. And the Benin Royal Museum is going to be taking place with or without you people. And we are going to be giving our traditional father all the support he needed to make sure he accomplished the Benin Royal Museum. EMOWWA is going to fail. It's going to fall into the ocean and it will not return back. No matter what you will do, we are going to be watching every step you are taking, and we are going to be paying you back everything you think you own now. The Benin people are not your property. Edo State is not your property. Edo State is not your parlor. Remember, we are not living in a dictatorship. The people of the Benin are coming out today to tell you this is what we want. We want the Benin Royal Museum. EMOWWA is a scam. EMOWWA is a scam. Obaseki has scanned the Benin people with EMOWWA. Have you ever seen anybody who is borrowing money for a project he doesn't even own? Borrowing money for a property he doesn't even own? we have to ask ourselves, why will somebody borrow money for property that doesn't belongs to him? How will you go to someone who destroyed our house and ask them to sponsor the project? These are things we have to, the Edo people need to be critical of everything this person is doing. We have to be questioning him, because there are so many places where the Edo people are lacking. For example, I said it yesterday, in the security aspect. Gold rows, electricity. These are the areas this governor is supposed to concentrate on. I cannot understand the reason why this person is fighting for artifact that does not belong to him. Any country that have good infrastructure, there's nothing that can stop them not to develop. 24 hours electricity is very, very important. Good roads is very, very important. Security is very, very important. After that three, then you start thinking further. How do I bring people into the state or into the country to invest more? Because a country without security, without electricity, without good infrastructure is bound to fall, because there's nothing you will invest that will really generate anything that will help that country. You can do whatever you want to do in Edo State without these three keys. It will be very, very difficult to unlock. The Benin Aunchi Road, although it's a federal road, this is where you are supposed to be fighting for. This road has been issued since the past 4 years. Every year the same problem. Security, the bad road, and everything in that area. And this is where our students go to schools. We have to start thinking, how is Obaseki developing our state? We have to start asking that question. Those people that is promoting you on social media, going from place to place, how is it developing this area? We want to be seeing all this project after 2-3 years to see how really they are functioning. Because if you are training people, as they say, you train them, they go out of the street, they don't find job because nobody's willing to employ them, because there's not even a company that can employ them. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, is this not useless somehow? You train people who will not even have the chance of getting the job. Why can't we capitalize on what we are having and develop more further? Because these people you are training in the tech something now, they will not get a job later. They cannot even get a job in foreign country because it doesn't even meet the standard of any foreign country. So I believe we are mixing the road where we are supposed to be going. People might see this as a step forward, because the next government that is going to be coming is going to be finding it difficult to keep on with these measures. Because we can see what is coming out of Africa in one way or the other. It's going to be very, very difficult for Africa. We can see for somewhere like Ghana now, the problem they're having is a very big problem they need to solve. Why? because they didn't plan for the future. Although they planned for the future, but not in the right direction, because you have to be planning for the right direction. That's why we are so different from the Europeans. The Europeans are planning for the right directions. We are too planning for the right direction, but we are overtaking ourselves. You know? We are not going it steps to step. We want to have what the European have, but we are not working for how the European work. If we want to have the standard, we have to work for it. So the Benin Royal Museum is already in existence. There's nobody that can stop it. Obaseki cannot stop it. His co-host cannot stop it. And those people from the people you are running after, when they talk to you in Benin, you run to those people. They cannot help you, because we are going to be coming after those people. And we are going to be asking those people to return the crown of the Benin that they are putting on their heads. It's exaggerating everywhere. Very soon, they are going to be feeling it. They are going to be feeling it. And we are going to make it hot for them, not just in Nigeria, but internationally. Because you don't trespass and you don't claim what does not belong to you. Obaseki has to retreat, has to stop scamming the Benin. I'm not a politician. I'm not interested in politics. I'm not about APC or PDP or whatever you call them. Because we need to get rid of this set of people in Edo State to make Edo State a better place. Because there are so many brilliant people. There are so many brilliant people in Edo State. I can't believe what is happening to us. Why our people are so relegated, unmotivated, depressive, being enslaved with Christianity and the Muslim issue, that we cannot even see where we are going to, that in every street in Benin City has 5 churches. So it's a pity that we are really lacking in so many fields. For example, the Edo languages. This could have been a great opportunity for the Edos to come out and say, okay, for the whole of the South, or the whole of the Benin Empire, let us come together and form one common language without supremacy. Although it's a heavy task, if for example, Uganda, Rwanda, all this area, if they can come together and form Swahili, why can't we in the Benin Empire also have our own language? If the Yorubas with different identities can come together to form the Yoruba language, or the Igbos with the different identities now called the Igbos can come together and form the Igbo language, why can't we, the Beninese, do that? Are we so poor not to understand what is going on? Because with one single language, we already have a great opportunity. Although it's going to be a very difficult issue, but I believe when our fathers come to this table and deliberate on it, I believe it's going to be a great success. If we can be able to achieve that, the whole of the South region, the whole of the Benin Empire is going to have a very bright future. But instead, we are just fighting ourselves, claiming what does not belong to us, try to force people to accept what doesn't really matter to anybody. You are running from state to state to say, I'm a strategist. I help them to win Osun. No, you never help them to win Osun. Osun people already decided before you even came. So we need to start talking to this man. The people who know him, the people advising him, need to start talking to him, because the Benin had enough from him. And we are not going to be tolerating and taking everything lightly with him from now. He can say it 100 times that he doesn't have any issue with the Benin Empire or the Benin monarch or the Benin tradition. But from his action, we can see that he's fighting the Benin's in so many fronts, not just because of this artifact, but in other areas where the Benin could have come forward, could have been as a leader, leading his people as it was before. It's only in Edo that we people are just a little bit communalizing our Oba. Once you go out of Edo State and talk about the Oba of Benin, then you will know you have a father. You have a father. We have a father that is well respected in the world. So Benin always say, where Omane, no where Bonore winye, yeto, imiega we, emimija we. I'm saying this because we really need to bow our head down to think twice where this man is going to, where this man is taking us to. Because this man is fixing another dead direction for the Edo people. And we should turn back. We should turn our back on him because the time has come. People might call him His Excellency, he's that and this. No, the time has come. People disrespect our father. We need to also disrespect them. We don't need to give them respect anymore. Even in our anniversary, 4 days to our anniversary, this man came out a press conference telling us this is the way he's going to create the museum, that is going to be headed by an Igbo man that does not even have an office in Benin City. Then we have to ask ourselves, who is this man? Is it a clone? Does he even know anything about the Benis or the Edos? Why is this man disrespecting us? Anyway, we have time to be talking more and more in this issue because we are going to be deliberating more and more on it as the information is coming. We are going to be deliberating on it because the people behind him, the people who are behind him, we know them already. We know them already. They are going to be coming one after the other, coming out to confess their plan against the Benin, why they are against the Benin, why they are against the prosperity of the Benin people. Because if they want peace in our land, which is the number one guarantee for peace, all the things that has been happening in Edo State shouldn't have been happening. Edo State, although is one of the most peaceful in Nigeria, place in Nigeria today, it's not because of Obaseki. It's because of our people who came out as vigilantes when things were going we came out to say, no, this is not the way we want our state. Even after then, it was very, very difficult for Governor Obaseki to support the effort of our people, to support the sacrifice our people were bringing. Because I can remember, I personally pick up the phone then and then I was talking to our leaders, talking to our vigilantes from villages to villages, as far as to the commander, to make sure we bring peace to Benin while our governor was sleeping. So it's a pity that this person is not in the position to look at everything in a brighter or a bigger picture. Because you have to pick everything one after the other and just put it in the mirror and start looking at it. You don't even need the television. What has been going on in Edo State? What has this man did to bring peace to Benin? Even during the election, when they gang up, fighting themselves with gun, we know how many of our youth we lost through courts that we are now grouped into political parties and others. We know how many of our youths we lost those period. We didn't even see the governor coming out that period to say a word of condemnation. We didn't see that. Did we see that? No, there was nothing of such. Even when the Fulani herdsmen were killing our people day in and day out, or the herdsmen, let me forget the name Fulanis, when the herdsmen, they were killing our people from villages to villages, even till now, in Ovia local government, in Orion, in Huande, in the Eastern region, in the Ora region, all these regions, they are still having problems today. But the governor is not doing enough. He's not putting things in ground really to make sure, to send a signal to these people, to make sure things come cool down, to cool everything down. As a head of its state, you are supposed to come out maturely and say, oh, stop. We are here. We will not allow you to go on the way you are doing things now. But nothing came out. But when it comes to the art of the artifact, you come out to start doing things as if everything now belongs to you. Nothing belongs to you. If people want to say these things belongs to them, it's the royal palace, the children of the Obas, the Edos, and the Benis. The state government has nothing to do with our artifact, because this is also a government that was imposed on us because we were having our system of government. The pattern system of government that we were having is what the European inherited and developed it further. This is what we are having today from them. So I want to thank so many of our fans that has been with us, that has been following us, that has been supporting us. The Benin Empire Advancement League is 1 year old, and we are really, really proud of us, what we have achieved to date. With the little resources we are having, we have been able to move things in the right direction. So I'm here today also calling on the whole Edos. If you know you are an Edo person, we would like to welcome you to this great organization. If you know you respect other people, if you know you respect the opinions of other people, if you know you can work for other people without being paid for, if you know you are ready to help other people without being paid for the help you are rendering, we will welcome you to this great organization, because together we can move mountain, we can develop our state to that standard that people will now be looking at us and say, oh, look, this is the state of Oba of Benin. This is the state of the Edo people. This is the state of the Esan people. This is the state of Urobo people. This is the Benin Empire we can be proud of. Come on, send us a message and we will call you. We will discuss about it. And we need you to work with us. We need you to exchange your advice. We need you to give us also a piece of your brain to use for your people. Because everybody are not equal. Everybody have his way of doing things. People might not like the way we have been doing things, but we are very, very good in what we are doing. Very, very soon, people will be seeing more of us in other African countries because we are going to be stepping up our effort in other African countries where the Benin people are living in. Yeah, in the last EMOWWA festival, we were there, we were represented fully. Our vice president was there, the deputy president were there, and many of our members were also there. Not just only members, even our supporters, they follow us to that area, that very day. So I'm really, really proud of our people in Ghana, the way they put everything and how peaceful everything was that very day. It was very, very great. And in Ghana today, we still have a lot of issue between the Ghanaians also, and that we will also be helping them in one way or the other to make sure we bring them in the table to talk about it. We are not going to be seating them in the same table, but we are going to do it that they will come and sit down together and do this together. And the Nogoa people already talked about this few days ago, that they are in next year, they are going to be celebrating the EMOWWA festival as a Benin festival, calling all the Benins or all the Edos, Esan that are living in Ghana to come to them and celebrate with them. And those who has their origin from the great Benin Empire will also be joining them to celebrate. And this is what we also want in Benin City. In the Ikwe Festival, that the Oba Palace of Benin will be in mode of celebration. From all other parts of the Benin Empire, people will be coming in to pay their homage, not just homage, to celebrate with us. Because understanding, peace, security, infrastructure, our forefathers, they knew about this before. That was how they were able to develop the Benin Empire. Because they think further as we are thinking now. So that's why this organization is here. We want to continue the legacy of our forefathers. We want to make sure we bring the Benin Empire in the position it was before the invasion, before the atrocities, all this were committed. We want to bring the Benin glory back to the Benis, not only for the Edos, because many people will say Edos. No, I'm an Edo person. Our vice is an Esan. Deputy is Edo. All different languages are represented here. All Benin Empire people are represented here. And we would like to welcome you all to us. We are ready we are ready for your support. So thank you, and God bless you all. I really appreciate that people are following me, because this is the first time I'm really alone and still long in the show. So I would like to call it a day. If time permits me, I may be coming out very soon again. As far as more development is coming in about the EMOWWA scan, I will be coming and be talking about it, because we doesn't need to allow this to happen to us again. Oshomole and Obaseki, their plan should fail because Oshomole brought in Obaseki. Even when our people rejected Obaseki, he forced Obaseki on us. And now Obaseki is trying to force himself on us because everything we are doing now will be affecting us in the future. The way we react now will affect us in the future. If we get it right now, we are going to get it right in the future. But if we get it wrong now, we are going to get it wrong in the future because it's going to be very, very difficult to correct. The Edo should not give the impression that we are weak. We are not weak people. We are very, very sound and strong people. That's why we have been able to stand and exist till date. We are going to continue with what we are doing, and nobody can stop us. We are going to rise again. We are going to rise. We are going to rise and rise and rise and take our rightful place in Nigeria without even a single bloodshed. But if we come together and fight for one cause, come to this organization, join us, let us move Benin Empire forward. No matter where our people reside, no matter where our Benin elites reside, we are going to be going there with them. They're having problems, we are going to be helping them to solve their problems. Because no one should be left alone. Because we were given birth to by one person, by Idu and his people. Because they know what is going to happen in the future. That's why they give us all these names we have as free today. Give us our identities. EMOWWA has nothing to do with our identity. You cannot replace West Africa with Edo or Benin. They have nothing in common. Although along the coastline of West Africa that the Benin Empire occupied or is their origin, but don't force things on us we couldn't accept, and we will not accept that. So thank everyone, and I'm calling it a day now. And I really appreciate our fans, well wishers. Send us a message, be a part of this organization, work with us. If you know from Nigeria, there's no, whether you're a man or a woman, even though you are married to a Benin person, we will welcome you because once you are married to a Benin person, you are already a part of the family. You are already a part of Benin. So we will already also welcome you to work with us to develop this Benin Empire and bring this organization forward to position it to make sure we stand for our people. So thank you, and God bless, and bye-bye. So let me see if I can play the Benin national anthem again. I'm not sure because it's like I lost. Anyway, let me play my something I used to play before. Okay, good.